What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk. I want to talk about Business Insider's popular article that was shared to me last week. And I'm not doing this to make fun of anybody, but to show what is really going on with women in today's economy. And I want to talk about a young teacher by the name of Kate. I won't describe her last name. She's a 29-year-old teacher who lives in Boston. She wants to move into a 1-bedroom apartment, but prices are nearly the same as the rent that she splits with a 2-bedroom unit. Okay. Now, what does that really mean in the renting industry? It means that in the renting industry today, what some people are saying in bigger cities, listen, we only want 2-paired people here or couples here. We do not want single people here as much. And if so, you're going to pay the price of being single. Now, this is in Boston, where Boston is Massachusetts' highly liberal state, highly liberal and democratic city. But what are you seeing here? There's the indirect push for women to get married. All right. Now, for those women who are in other areas or communities, Kate, I believe, is Caucasian. Women who earn less than average, if you're black women, the cost to you is even more. All right. It's even more. Home ownership for women in 2019, that market, some women were complaining about owning homes, and one in three women do own a house. But in today's markets, materials are up. I know that because we have somebody in our family doing a remodel. Materials are all the way up. The home ownership prices are skyrocketing, and it's unattainable. And if you're a woman who's a single mom, it's really difficult. Okay? Even if you're single and you have a good social network, there's a book called Spinster, Making a Life of One's Own, okay, by Kate Bolick. And for women who are married, they have are single rather, they have more of an active social life. They maintain family bonds. But what happens is that you're spending more money on Uber, out with dates, hanging out with coworkers. All of that puts a dent in the bank account. All right. And then what happens with all of this feminist lyric that you hear across social media? What you're seeing right now is that America is feeling the wrath of couples not being together. Okay. Couples are still getting tax breaks. And the issue is, in our community where we are the least married, okay, in comparison to other groups, our women suffer the most. And it is in our community that you hear people talking about, I don't need no man. I can do bad all by myself. I don't need this. I don't need that. And what are you seeing? Living conditions for black women decreasing. The jobs are not there as much as it used to be. The home ownership market just keeps rising and rising, especially in cities like Atlanta, where you have more whites moving in, driving up home prices, more affluent blacks driving up home prices. Women are getting priced out of the market. Okay. Now, this is in no means to shame women to do something they don't want to do. You don't want to be married. Fine. Okay. But what I will tell you is this. If you have kids with men who are not going to be in your kid's life, there is a financial cost to pay to the child, to yourself. And we got to really understand that families, this is how money is generated. Single people don't usually get rich. All right. Families keep money coming in. Structures. Structures. Like we see it with groups. We want to talk about, our communities. And we see it with groups, people who are Indian all over the world. Their playbook is the same. There are a few Indians in Poland, but there are many here in Uganda. I'm here now. There are many in the United States. What do you see them do? Operating as a unit. Mom, father, grandmama, sometimes granddad lives in the house with them. Uganda, there's like 7 to 8 of them in an apartment. I mean, But do you see where the economics are coming in? There's a lot of financial support coming in through many different lanes. One of them starts a business, then another one starts a business. Hispanics, they're more married. All the people who beat us are more married. And we're the ones out there so proud to not be married. It doesn't even make any sense. We're always saying those things. And then what happens is that our women are suffering. Even when it comes to, having births. Black women having the worst health care. Now, there could be some racism put into that, but it also could be some of them can't even afford health care. I'm going to go back to the whole idea of this. In any world, in any society, women need help. The government cannot bail women out. The government will never give enough money to women to bail them out. Women have to be under the protection of families. I know some of y'all might not believe in God. I do. It is how God wanted it. It's how the Creator wanted it. All right. You do have women out there who are talented businesswomen still. I don't care. Doesn't mean that you don't need help. Men need help. It's easier for men to be single and, live by. I'm a single man, but rest assured, I have a mom that's in her 70s. Okay. She's being affected by the changes going on in the housing market and stuff like that, just like anybody else. Unmarried, but she's divorced, but she has a son. Son makes a lot of money, might I add. Women need to be a part of those communities. All right. They're vital to the economy also in spreading it, but women got to have resources that come from outside the government. And those resources come from families. I'm seeing all the time. There's so many women struggling right now. And when women start struggling, depression starts happening. They have babies, can't take care of the babies. Nobody wins with that. And instead of us, having this whole debate, this is what y'all getting all this. We got to understand the black community, if it has any chance, you only do it by building families, supporting your families. Women are losing in today's economy because they don't have resources. They're not attached to anybody. So they're doing it all by themselves. Some of these women may be living in cities like New York City and Boston in Los Angeles, where you might pay $3,000 a month for rent. And if you make $6,000 a month with taxes, you're broke. All right? You're broke. God forbid if you have a child, you're broke. How are you going to save for your retirement? Okay? How are you going to save for those things? You're not. If at best, if a man can't pay all the bills, at least you could have a husband that splits them. But guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Dick Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Drunk. I appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe, hit the bell. Check out the first comment at the top. And as you know, the buffoonery remains an all-time high. I'm out.